Good morning, friends. It is so good to see y'all. I miss y'all dearly. Today, I went and found the flags out in the garage because today is a special day. It's Veterans Day. It is a day to thank anybody who has ever served in the Army or any military branch, to say thank you for protecting us and keeping us safe. So I would like to get started with the American flag. Here it is. And we're going to say the pledge. So everybody put your right hand on your heart. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. All right. And I just so happen to actually have a Texas flag too. So let's do the Texas pledge. Hand on your heart again, stand still. Honor the Texas flag. I pledge allegiance to thee, Texas, one state, under God, one and indivisible. Well, today is a special day. Like I said, it's Veterans Day, and it's a day to say thank you to anybody who has been in the Army, still serving in the Army. I've had lots of family members that have served, and I know I appreciate them for keeping us safe. All right, so we need to practice a new breathing technique. It's called belly breathing. And it's going to remind us of the waves of the ocean, how the waves go up and down and up and down. So take one hand and put it on your belly. The other hand, put it on your heart. And when you breathe in, you're going to feel your belly and your heart rise. And then when you breathe out, you'll feel them go down. Ready? One more time. I am so sorry. Every time I breathe in like that, it makes me cough. I don't know why. All right, so that should make you think of the ocean waves, how they go up and down and up and down. I wish I was at the ocean. I love the ocean. I think it is so pretty. I love to walk in the sand and see the seashells. But the ocean is nature's giant. If you were out on a boat in the middle of the ocean like a sailor, all you would see is water. And we have a song about that. It's called A Sailor Went to Sea. And it goes, a sailor went to sea, to see what he could see. But all that he could see, was the bottom of the deep blue sea. Think you can sing that with me? Let's try. A sailor went to sea, to see what he could see. But all that he could see, was the bottom of the deep blue sea. What do you think you might see if you were out on a boat in the ocean? Do you think you might see a whale? Well, today we have a special thing we're going to do. We are going to go on a whale hunt. So I'll show you a picture of that in a minute. Do you think you might see a shark or a dolphin? Yeah, you're not going to see land though. If you were out in the middle, you don't see any land. You just see ocean and waves. You don't even really see birds because it's too far for them to fly without getting a rest. It's pretty cool. And if you were in the ocean out up way north where it's really cold, you might see an iceberg, which is a big floating chunk of ice. You only see the top part. You don't see the bottom part. And we're going to talk about those today too. But let's do a new handshake. So there's ways to do little handshakes where you don't really touch. And then there's ways to do big handshakes. Today we're going to do a little one. And it's ocean themed. It's an octopus handshake. And if we were at school, we would do this with a friend. So maybe do it with mommy or daddy, okay? So you take your octopus. See, here's his legs. Wiggle them. And then they're going to take their octopus, and you do it like this, and the little legs just barely touch. That's an octopus handshake. That's to keep us from getting a lot of germs. How could you do it if it was a shark handshake? Oh, I think you'd have to get your shark mouth and you go bite, 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 and your parents would go bite, 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 and you do it together. Bite, bite, bite. Pretty cool, huh? What about an eel? Do you know what an eel is? Sort of like a water snake. So you would go to each other. Those would be little handshakes. We'll practice big handshakes when we get back to school. All right, we got to do our white song. Remember, our color for the week is white. And I'm sorry, I don't know if y'all will be able to see it. I think it whites it out too much, but let's do our white song.
There are lots of things that are white.
Are you sure?
Yes, let's sing about them right now.
W-H-I-T-E, that spells white, sing with me. Milk is white and so is glue. Sands are white and they say boo. W-H-I-T-E, that spells white, sing with me. Clouds above and the snow below. Santa's beard, ho, ho, ho. W-H-I-T-E, that spells white, sing with me. Milk is white and so is glue. Ghosts are white and they say boo. W-H-I-T-E, that spells white, sing with me. The clouds above and the snow below. Santa's beard, ho, ho, ho.
Okay, kids.
Uh-oh, our turn. W-H-I-T-E, that spells white, sing with me. Milk is white and so is glue. Ghosts are white and they say boo. W-H-I-T-E, that spells white, sing with me. The clouds above and the snow below. Santa's beard, ho, ho, ho. Y'all are so good at singing with me. I so love it. Can't wait till we're back together and we get to sing together. We'll have lots of fun Christmas songs when we get back together. All right, so we got to do our normal stuff that we have up on the board. So we're going to start with the letter of the week. Do y'all remember what it is? That's right, it's K. K. Kyler. Our friend Kyler starts with K. Do y'all remember anything else? Hopefully y'all are looking and thinking of things y'all can show for show and share, because I do want to do it this week. So everybody should have something like this, a key, whether it's to mommy and daddy's car that you get to show or to the house. Everybody should have a key. Kiwi fruit. This is normally bright green with little black seeds and a white center, and this outside part is really fuzzy. Kiwi is really sweet. Maybe we can try it one day. Here's a fun animal from Australia, the koala bear. See his fuzzy ears and his pretty eyes and his big black nose? What do you think this is he's eating? It's part of a tree. It's a eucalyptus tree. This is a koala bear. This animal's from Hawaii, or Alaska. Well, oh my goodness, Miss Sandy's having trouble. From Australia, too. This is a kangaroo. See his big tail? And his big feet for jumping? And if it was a mommy kangaroo, right here she has a pocket on her belly, and that would be for carrying her babies. This is a kangaroo. All of these start with K, and K says K. Let's do our shape. Our shape is a pentagon. Pentagon. And it has 5 sides. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 sides. Pentagon. There's a very special building called the Pentagon where government people work. It's really cool. All right, we've been counting in Spanish, and we've made it to 20, and we're going to do 21 through 25. But can we count with our fingers first? Fingers up, fingers down. Ready? In Spanish. Uno, dos, tres, cuatro, cinco, seis, siete, ocho, nueve, diez, once, doce, trece, catorce, quince, dieciséis, diecisiete, dieciocho, diecinueve, veinte. That is to 20. Now let's do 21. And to make 21, it's a 2 and a 1, and it's 21. 21, 21. To make 22, it's a 2 and a 2. 22. 22, 22. 23, do you think you know how to make that one? If the other one was a 2 and a 2, this would be a 2 and a 3. 23. 23. 23. 23. 24. 2 and a 4. 24. 24 is 24. And finally, I said we're going to go to 25. Here it is. 25. 2 and a 5. 25. 25 is 25. And if you didn't know how to read these, you could always count the dots. Very good, friends. Let's count to 30 in English. Can you put your fingers up, fingers down? I know most of y'all can get all of this, so let's do it together. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30. Yay! Fingers up, fingers down. Let's do 10 in Russian. You remember how to do it? Repeat after me. That means say it after me. Ready? Один, два, три, четыре, пять, шесть, семь, восемь, девять, десять. So good. It is so wonderful to know different languages. Miss Camilla is from Russia. She's the one teaching me. And it is so neat to learn these words from her. All right, let's go over our vocabulary words. Monday we had mountain. Mountains are huge and there's usually snow on top. Even when it's summer, sometimes there's still a little snow because it's so cold up there. People can go skiing on them or tubing or ride snowmobiles. Mountains are really cool. And to say mountain in Spanish, it's montaña. Montaña means mountain. All right, here's the hard one. Majestic. We said mountains are majestic, means they're really big, special, regal. It's another word for big. And let's see if Miss Sandy can find it on the phone to say it in Spanish, because I tried it by myself and I was not good at it, and I don't want to run the word and teach y'all wrong. So let's see. Majestic means big mountain. Okay, we're going to have to listen real closely.
Majestuoso.
Majestuoso. Majestuoso means majestic. That was a hard one for me to do. I admit it. I was not good at that word. Majestuoso means majestic. I'm still learning a lot of Spanish too, so when I'm teaching y'all, some of it I'm teaching myself. So today we're going to talk about oceans. Ocean, big body of water. And some of us go to the ocean and we're on the beach with the sand. That's where the ocean meets land. And I think that is so fun. I love to go to the beach and walk in the sand and collect seashells. And to say ocean, it's oceano. Oceano is ocean. Now this one's fun in Spanish because it's really easy. This is iceberg. Remember I said icebergs are big chunks of ice floating in the ocean? We only see the top part, but down here is even bigger. An iceberg is a piece of ice that is broken off of a glacier. Glacier is the ice, but it's still attached to land. And once it breaks off, it becomes icebergs. To say it in Spanish, iceberg. No difference. Who do you think you might see on an iceberg? What animals that would be in the cold weather? Penguins, that's a good one. Polar bears, they can swim in the cold water and then they go up on the icebergs. And seals and walruses, very good. I have never seen one. I don't know if I can get it on my phone. My aunt went to Alaska and she saw a glacier. She didn't get to see it as an iceberg, but she did get to see it as a glacier. And it's funny because when you see it, let's see if it'll turn. No, it won't show it. I wish it would show it. It's blue in the picture. The glacier that is so cold, it looks blue and frosty. When we get back to school, y'all remind me and I'll show y'all the glacier. My cousin lives in Alaska working for the Army, and so she got to go see it, and they went on a whale watching tour. Remember I said we're going to talk about whales. And they drove by this glacier on the cruise boat, and it was beautiful. I wish I could go one day. Maybe soon. Okay, let's do our daily message. It says, oceans are enormous. Remember, enormous is another word for big, majestic, huge. And we need to find some letters in that. We need to find the letter M, capital M, lowercase m. We need to find A, uppercase A, lowercase a. And U, uppercase U, lowercase u. Tell me something. Do any of our friends in class names start with M? Maverick. What about A? Adeline. So we're going to look at this. Do you see any A's in this sentence? Remember, little a, lowercase a, is a circle with a line. Very good. Right here. Right here is a lowercase a. There's another one. And enormous. Are there any A's in enormous? Nope. But I do see one of our letters. I see lowercase m. Right there. And I see our new letter, which is U, right there. So, oceans are enormous. And there are 3 words. And remember, we have to have a space between our words. I'm sorry I don't have space, Frog, but I have my pen. And we put spaces between the words or the letters so you know that it's words. If they were all together, it would just be letters. Do you remember what this little dot is called? A period. That says this is just a sentence or a statement. And it ends with a period. If it was a question, it would be a question mark. All right, our next sentence is, some icebergs are huge. Let's see if we have any of our letters. Do you see an A, M, or U in this word? Very good. M. How about this one? Are there any M's, A's, or U's? Nope. What about this one? A. That's right. And over here, there's one letter. It's our new one, U. Very good, friends. I would like y'all to try practice writing these letters at home. Have Mommy and Daddy put draw it on a piece of paper for you, and then y'all try to copy it or trace it. So uppercase M, lowercase m. Uppercase A, lowercase a. And U, uppercase U, lowercase u. Remember, you can write it on your own or you can trace it. And trace it means if they write it, then you go right on top of it with your marker. Okay? Very good. All right. I told you we were going to go on a special adventure today. Do y'all remember to where? A whale hunt. That's right. We're going to go on a whale hunt, and we're going to see if we can see this guy jumping out of the water, or there's a blowhole right here on the top of the head. Sometimes they send up water through the blowhole. That's called a spout. So we're going to see if we can see one of these guys in the ocean. Let's turn to our page in the book that has the whale hunt. And I'm sorry, these books are huge and it takes a lot to turn. But I did put little tabs on the end of the book so I could flip fast. We've been on a bear hunt, but we ran away from the bear. But we're going to be on a boat so we don't have to run away from the whale. All right. So we're going to clap our legs. Ready? Going on a whale watch. Want to come along? Sure, let's go. Look over there. There's our boat. Shall we go over it? That won't do us any good. Shall we go under it? We don't want to get in that ice cold water. Let's get on it. Ready? Get on the boat. Put on your life jackets. All right. The water is rough. Are you rocking back and forth? Are you going up and down? Oh, no. Are you looking for the whale? Yes. Make sure you have your binoculars. All right. Look over there. It's an iceberg. Shall we go over it? No. Shall we go through it? Oh, no, that might sink our boat. Let's go around it. We're going on a whale watch. Wow, I see a spout. Do you remember what I said a spout was? It's where he sends water out the top of his head. So let's do it. I think it might be, I see a huge head and a big wide tail. He's gonna go over us. No. Is he gonna go through us? No. He's gonna go under the boat. And he's gonna jump. Oh, watch out! Splash! He got us all wet. Silly whale. Very good. That was our whale watch. What kind of whales do you think you might see in the ocean? If we saw this one, do you know what this one is called? It's called an orca whale. You can tell him by his black and white colors. You can see these guys at SeaWorld. You might see a beluga whale, which they call the canary whale, because if you whistle, he'll make some of the sounds that you make. And he's got this big white bubble on his head. That's a beluga. You might see a blue whale, a humpback whale. There's all different types of whales. Some of them are sort of small. Some of them are really gigantic. They're pretty cool. All right, we need to read our book, A Chance for Esperanza. What kind of animal is this? That's right, a turtle. And where does she live? Does she live in the lake? I think this one lives in the ocean. You can tell by her legs. She's got flippers. So let's see. This is A Chance for Esperanza, written by Pam Schiller and illustrated by Mark Jarosko. Do you remember what it means when it's somebody written it? They did the words. What if they illustrated? They made the pictures. What's this part of the book called? Front cover. Back cover. Oh, look at what this person's doing. They're scuba diving. That must not be up in the oceans up where it's cold, because he's not all covered up in cold scuba gear. And this is the spine. Remember what I said about the spine? The spine is like our backs. So we never want to pull this book backwards because it would break the spine and then all the pages would fall out. All right. Oh, look at this picture. Look at all the baby turtles. Those are so cute. Do we ever touch these if we see them on the beach? No, we want them to get to the water as fast as possible. All right. Abuela, Abuela, the sand is cracking. Tonight's the night. Yvonne, Yvonne, the sand is cracking. Tonight is the night. So look, here they are. Abuela is grandma, and Yvonne is probably this little boy. What do you think is going to come out of the sand? A crab. Maybe the baby turtles? You are right, Austin. Let's go ask everyone to turn their lights out tonight. We want the moonlight over the ocean to be the guiding light for these little guys. Lights on the beach might distract them. And you make sure you have strong batteries in your flashlight, said Yvonne as he patted Austin on the shoulder and winked at Abuela. Abuela, Austin said, I want to hear the story about Esperanza again. It will help me to be ready tonight. I am going to help every little turtle make it to the sea. You have always loved Esperanza's story, and I am happy to tell you as often as you like. Before you were born, before your mother and father were married, I came to visit your mother. She was working in the dive shop. I fell in love with this village and the people who lived here. After the night on the beach when we set the turtles free, I knew I would return again and again. So look, it's nighttime in this picture. And do you see the baby turtles? A long time ago, the turtles swam freely in the ocean. For thousands of years, there were many, many sea turtles. Then people built homes and big hotels on the beaches where the turtle laid their eggs, and the turtles no longer had a safe place for their nest. Soon the number of turtles began to decrease. There were fewer and fewer turtles in the ocean. So if we build houses and stuffs on the beach, the turtles don't have a place to go. And most of them go back to the same beach every time they have babies. I'll start the story, Abuela. You're too slow. One night, some mother sea turtle came up on the beach and laid eggs. Early the next morning, the mother and Yvonne walked along the beach looking for... Sorry, guys. Some of the pages are out of this book. Looking for tracks and small mounds of sand that would indicate a turtle's nest was buried below. See, somebody obviously bent it backwards. I'm going to have to do some book repair. The first nest they had already been robbed by birds and crabs. There was nothing in it except empty eggshells. But they found another nest that the animals had not discovered. Now you tell the rest. Yvonne and your mother carefully dug up the eggs, all of them. They put them in a pail. Ivan counted 78 eggs. Now, only scientists are allowed to dig up the eggs, but yes, other animals on the beach will eat the baby sea turtles or the eggs. So most of the time they put protective netting around them. They carried the eggs to the turtle nursery. They dug a hole in the protected area. They dug a deeper hole than the mother turtle had dug, and then they buried the eggs. When they were finished, they stuck a stick in the middle of the nest as a marker to help them find the nest later. They wrote the date on the marker so they would know when to expect the babies to hatch. Many days later, about 60 in all, the sand around the marker began to crack. Ivan knew the baby turtles were hatching and wiggling out of their shells. He carefully dug the babies up from their nest and placed them in a box to keep them safe until nightfall. So he must be a scientist that deals with sea animals. Because he knew how to take care of them, huh? When the sun went down, it was time to release the turtles. Ivan told everyone to turn off their lights and come to the beach. You were one of the people on the beach that night, Abuela. Yes, I went to the beach to watch the baby turtles crawl to the sea. Your mother was there too. It was her job to tell the story of how the mother turtle had laid her eggs and how she and Yvonne had reburied them to keep them safe. So look, you can tell it's night because there's the moon and the sky is dark. Sorry, with the pages falling out, it's hard to turn the book. Your mother told the people to make 2 lines so everyone could see the turtles as they made their way to the sea. She explained that the journey from the box to the ocean was an important part of the release because it helped the turtles develop the rhythm of their crawl and it helped them strengthen their legs. They needed strong legs for swimming. My mother let the turtles out of the box. Right, Abuela? Right. So they've got to crawl. We can't just put them in the water. They've got to do it themselves because it makes their legs strong for swimming. Because remember, they're going to live in the ocean and there's nowhere for them to walk. Your mother released the turtles and Yvonne used his flashlight to help guide them to the sea. Some of the turtles went straight to the water. Yes, some went to the water, but others were confused. They crawled in the wrong direction. Ivan used his flashlight to get them to turn around. So, there they go. Soon all the turtles were in the ocean except for one. And you wanted to pick it up and help her, didn't you? I wanted to, but Ivan said she had to make it on her own. He said if she couldn't make it to the water on her own, she would not be strong enough to survive. When the turtle didn't make it to the ocean, it was left on the beach. You asked Ivan if you could borrow his flashlight, didn't you? So even though they want to help this one, she's got to do it all on her own. She's got to learn how to survive. Yes, I took the light and put it close to the turtle's eyes. When I did, I saw that her eyes were crusted over with sand. She couldn't see. I picked her up and wiped her eyes and put her down again. In a short time, she began to move. Soon she began to crawl more quickly and eventually reached the ocean and swam away, looking just like her brothers and sisters. So what was wrong with this little turtle? Oh, this little turtle. She had sand in her eyes. She couldn't see where she was going. You wanted to name her Dilly Dally because that's what she had done, but Yvonne said you should call her Esperanza, which means hope in Spanish. He said if one woman has this much hope for one turtle, there is hope for all the turtles. That's right. Yvonne and your mother have released many turtles over the years. Without their help, most of the turtles would have died. Tonight you will help, and you will be the hope for the turtles. So they called her Esperanza because Esperanza means hope. The end. All right. So, I want you to think with your mommies and daddies what you know about oceans. It could be if they're big. It could be if they're cold. It could be an animal you know lives in the ocean. And then text me your answer, and I'm going to make a chart. And tomorrow's Circle Time, we'll share our answers, okay? It could be also something that you want to learn about oceans. Anything you want to know about oceans or you already know. You come up with your answer and have your parents text me. All right, guys. Last thing. Remember, I taught y'all a new turkey song. It's called Little Brown Turkey. Okay? And it goes, gobble, gobble went the little brown turkey. Gobble, gobble went the little brown turkey. He waddled and he gobbled and he ran away. Bye bye went the little brown turkey. And I'm going to bring out our turkey friend. And we're going to sing it. And then I will see you in tomorrow's Circle Time. Ready? Gobble, gobble went the little brown turkey. Gobble, gobble went the little brown turkey. He wobbled and he wobbled and he gobbled away. Bye bye went the little brown turkey. Why do you think little turkey ran away? What holiday do we have coming up? Thanksgiving. He might be afraid he's going to be eaten for Thanksgiving dinner. All right, guys. I will see y'all tomorrow for circle time. Actually, it'll be later today, but this is yesterday's circle time. So y'all enjoy this one, and later this afternoon, I'll send y'all another one. Bye, guys.